The recording you are about to hear is already almost 15 years old. It is a commentary on a match played in Midleton Gaelic grounds on the 15th of October 1967. It was a wet Sunday afternoon, but it was the afternoon on which Killeagh won the East Cork A-grade Junior Hurling Championship title for the first time in their history. So we take you back now to that memorable occasion for the excitement, the crowds, the players, the bands and the atmosphere of Midleton on the 15th of October 1967.
Faulty with the managed in the Curran on this the 15th of October 1967 for the replay of the East Cork Junior Hurling Final, the replay between Castlemartyr and Killeagh. The teams are already parading around the field, led by the Midleton Brass and Reed Band. Great excitement on all sides, a full house in Midleton, as the green and white and the red and white are everywhere. The parade around now. You will remember on the 17th of September 1967, these teams played a drawing game, 3-8 for Killeagh, 5-2 for Castlemartyr. Today, both teams tried to go one better. The Killeagh team is in goals Tom Vaughan, right back Sean Tracy, James Maloney, Dick Ducey. Half back line Pat Barry, Tom Barry, John Power. Centre field Davy Barry, Jackie Barry. Half forward line Mick Maloney, Noel Tracy, Tom Power. The full forward line Ben Landers, Paddy Power and Pat Lynch. I noticed that Ben Landers has missed the parade round. He's standing with the referee on his own glory in the middle of the field. As the teams now swing around into the centre of the field. Killeagh led by their captain Sean Tracy, followed by Dick Ducey, followed by Mixer Maloney, Pat Barry, James Maloney, John Power, Davy Barry, Tom Power, Paddy Power. The last two Powers brothers. Pat Lynch. Though before Pat Lynch is Tom Vaughan, who is in goals today for Killeagh. After Pat Lynch comes Jackie Barry, Noel Tracy and Tom Barry bringing up the rear. That's the line out for Killeagh as the teams swing around into the centre of the field. And so the scene is set for a great game here. Overcast conditions, just beginning to rain. The first few drops of rain have fallen. The ground is very heavy on this 15th of October 1967. Killeagh are playing from right to left as we're here on the hill, the far hill overlooking the ground. Killeagh defending the railway goal, Castlemartyr defending the town end. So the scene is set. The band leave the field. Referee writes the time in his notebook. As the rain comes down very heavily. Referee checking his time. Everybody in position. Umbrellas go high. And in it goes. And the first to break away is Tom Barry, a long shot up the swing here. Pat Lynch racing out for it. The ball is beating him to the line. No, it's not gone over yet. He crosses it into the middle, where it's blocked out by Castlemartyr man Eddie Reardon, who sends it down to centre field, where Davy Barry gets it, and he sends a high one right down into the top of the left, and Ben Landis has it. He tips it into the middle. He goes after it himself. He tips it forward, but Pat Lynch has the ball in his hand. He turns left. He shoots. He's hooked. He gets it in the ground. He pushes it into the middle, and Ben Landis pulling hard in there, hits it high, and it's over the bar for a point for Killeagh. Over the bar there in the first minute of the game. Ben Landis pulling first time a right-hand shot, and it went straight over the bar to leave the score after 1 minute of play. Killeagh 1 point, Castlemartyr no score. Puck out from Jim Dowling, comes a long one. Batted out by Pat Barry. Pulling first time is Davy Barry. He goes into the centre of the field. There's a lot of oosting around there, and going up the field is Pat Lynch has come out to the centre field, and he crosses the ball right across to Mixer Maloney. Mixer fails to get it up in his hand, but coming in to help is Jackie Barry, and Jackie Barry sends it out to the corner where Ben Landers, and Ben Landers is tussling with Massey Gard. Massey Gard gets the better of it and sends it away down to Castlemartyr attacking. John Power has the ball, he breaks it, he's tackled on three sides, but he pulls out again. Dick Doosey pulls hard, gets it out of it, and it's a mighty shot, screaming shot there from... a screaming shot there from Liam Dowling. Liam Dowling, a screaming shot that went wide. Sorry for not telling you sooner, but it went wide. First wide of the game for Castlemartyr. From the puck out, Tom Barry gets the ball. He sends a high one away up to where Pat Lynch is out in the half-hour line. He's racing in after his man. Donny Creed pulls hard and gets the ball out a bit, but coming in to help is Paddy Power, and Paddy Power passes the ball back to his brother Tom, and Tom takes a shot. A long, high one is going straight. It's dropping just right. Oh, the goalie comes out. Dennis Creed comes out and clears the ball. He picks it up and clears it away down to the centre of the field. Racing back for this Pat Barry. He's still racing back. He gets the ball on the ground and he hits it up to Mixer Maloney. Mixer's got the ball in his hand. He's been tackled, but he gets his shot in. And putting his hand out for there's Noel Tracy. He fails to come in the first time, but he pulls hard. And now it's in between Massey Gard and... Ben Landis gets it right across the square, and racing across here for this Tom Power. Tom pulls, gets it in further. Paddy Power's lost his stick inside in the square. He's lost his stick, and it's a free in for Killeagh, as the rain now really comes down here. It's a 21 yards free for Killeagh. After 3 minutes of play, Paddy Power comes up to take it. Backslining the goal, Killeagh forwards well out. Paddy Power lifts, turns, shoots. Oh, he sends it low, it's blocked down. And with the ball now is Donny Creed, and Donny Creed clears it out into the centre of the field. Out it comes here where Jackie Barry has it. He still has it. He's been tackled by two men, and he taps it into Tom Power, and Tom Power pulls first time on the ground, gets it into Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy pulls, Tom Power pulls, and gone down injured is John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe is down injured. He's rubbing his hands. He's rubbing his head. He's down. And it's a free out for Castlemartyr, to be taken by Massey Gard. Massey Gard, free out for Castlemartyr, 40 yards out. Takes a long one, dropping it into the half-hour line. Dominic Barry and Tom Barry going for it. Dominic Barry gets the better of it. He taps it in to Noel Ryan, but Noel Ryan is beaten, and the ball goes out the far wing. Oh, shoulder to shoulder, there go John Power and his man Eddie Reardon. And Killeagh gets the better of it, and Jackie Barry gets the ball and sends Killeagh attacking once more. It's Killeagh now attacking as Noel Tracy's on the ground. He gets up as the rain comes down, and now the ball is tapped to Mixer Maloney. Mixer sends a high one that's gone straight over the bar. Yes, it's a Mixer Maloney, a point for Mixer Maloney. After 4.5 minutes of play, to leave the score, Killeagh 2 points, Castlemartyr no score. A beautiful point there from 40 yards out by Mixer Maloney. That last shot by Mixer Maloney must have gone much further than over the bar. It's gone way out over the field as we await the return of the ball. very inclement conditions now. The wind has dropped down appreciably, but the rain is coming down rather more heavily. A new ball has come in, and taking the puck out is Massey Guard. Drops it down to the central field. Up they go for Tom Barry, pulls, misses, goes back against John Power, gets it out a bit. He's still rooting out there as John Power. There's a lot of red jerseys over there, and pulling in is Eddie Reardon, and Eddie Reardon sends it into the corner. And racing out is Liam Dowling. Liam Dowling passes the ball, and getting it down is Sean Tracy, and Sean Tracy hits it out and doubled on by Tom Barry, and Tom Barry sends it up into the half-forward line. Tom Power is beaten by Pat Lynch is beaten there by Donny O'Keefe, who sends the ball out into the centre of the field. In the centre of the field now, hard pulling as bodies lie in the ground, and Pat Barry pulls first time on the ground and hits it up, but back come Castlemartyr again. As John O'Keefe pulls hard over there on the far side. But pulling it in harder is Jackie Barry, and Jackie Barry says Killeagh attacking, but the attack is broken up by John O'Keefe, who's over first time out is John Power pulling first time and sends Killeagh on the attack as Pat Lynch doubles it on the air. He doesn't hit it very far, but it comes back to him from Paddy Power, and now Pat Lynch has it. He's racing through, over, putting up his hand and blocking the ball is Gerard Sullivan for Castlemartyr. Out it comes Noel Tracy now in the centre forward position, trying to get the ball up in his stick. He fails to get it up, and racing out with the ball is Pat Barry of Castlemartyr, who sends the ball out to the centre field position. Racing out there is Eddie Reardon and Pat Barry. Eddie Reardon gets the better of the pull and sends Castlemartyr attacking. Dominic Barry now over on the far side, trying to get room to swing his stick. There's not room to swing a cat. Oh yes, as the ball comes in. The ball comes into Noel Ryan. Noel Ryan sends a high one. That's gone wide for Castlemartyr after 7 minutes to play. 7 minutes to play. Davy Barry seems to be injured. As the puck out comes to Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch, however, fails to double on the ball and racing out for his Castlemartyr now with the ball at his feet. It's Gerard Sullivan, but Gerard Sullivan sends the ball out. No, he doesn't. The ball goes off of Noel Tracy and out over the sideline for Castlemartyr, 40 yards from their own goal at this side of the field. Taking this sideline for Castlemartyr is Gerard Sullivan. Gerard, a left-handed one, cuts it into the centre. Dominic Barry racing for it with Tom Barry. Tom Barry has him, turns and touches the ball out to John Power. John Power now racing for it. Pulls, tries to get the ball up in his hand but fails, and he's tackled from behind by Dominic Barry, who pushes him in the back, and it's a free for Killeagh. A free for Killeagh, 40 yards to their own goal at this side of the field. Referee indicating exactly where the free must be taken from. Tom Barry prepares to take the free. Tom Vaughan is now on instead of Davy Barry. Davy Barry went off injured there during the last minute or two. Pat Barry hits the ball, hits it up to Tom Vaughan. Tom Vaughan fails to connect. Or John Vaughan fails to connect and sends the ball down to the centre. The ball goes back to the centre of the field. A lot of indecisive play out there as everybody's pulling but getting nowhere. The ball comes to John Power. John Power tries to tap it back to Tom Barry. Yes, he succeeds in passing it back, and Tom Barry lifts it and sends Killeagh on the attack once again. And now it's Noel Tracy going through the ball, and Pat Lynch going through. Pat Lynch racing, he's still racing, tipping the ball on the ground. He pulls hard, low, and sends the ball right across the square, racing out as the goalie, Dennis Creed. He's got the ball. He's racing out. He's tackled by 3 Killeagh, but he's still got the ball down. The ball has gone back in and gone back for this John O'Keefe for Castlemartyr. John O'Keefe hops the ball in his hand and hits it out into the centre of the field. Pulling first time was Jackie Barry, but Jackie failed to connect, and it's free for Killeagh. Free for Killeagh from the centre of the field. 9.5 minutes of play gone in the first half. Killeagh still leading by 2 points, no score. The free is taken and goes in. Killeagh attacking. Noel Tracy pulls hard. It comes right across to Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch shoots high and sends it high over the bar. Over the bar. A beautiful left-handed stroke over the bar for a point by Pat Lynch to lead the score. After 10 minutes of play, Killeagh 3 points. Castlemartyr no score. Dennis Barry out in the centre of the field giving some bit of advice there to Noel Tracy. Davy Barry has gone off. Gone centre field. We'll follow the play as we'll try and figure out what changes were made. Now racing out on the far side is Mixer Maloney, but the ball goes out over the sideline, and it's a cut in for Pat Barry. He cuts it into the centre. Centre of the field, still pulling, nobody getting very far. Jackie Barry cuts it in a little bit. Pulling out again is Mick O'Mahony. Mick O'Mahony pulls it down to the centre forward position. St. Castlemartyr attacking now, Castlemartyr attacking. Pulling out first time is Sean Tracy. Sean Tracy hands it out towards the sideline here. John Power pulls first time, but hand in the back from behind from Noel Ryan. Noel Ryan had it. Hand stays there on John Power's back, so it's a free for Killeagh 40 yards from their own goal. This side of the field to be taken by Tom Barry. Lifts, strikes, sends a long one. Killeagh attacking, Paddy Power has the ball in his hand, he's turned to shoot, sends it into the centre, not a very hard one. Jim Dowling pulls and hits it out, comes to Pat Barry. Pat Barry raises it and hits it down further into the centre of the field. Pulling first time is Tom Barry, who beats Dominic Barry to the pull. The ball goes up again to Mixer Maloney. Mixer passes out to Pat Barry, and Pat pulls first time and gets it into Johnny Vaughan. Johnny Vaughan now gets it into Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy out on the far side has the ball in his hand. There's a little discussion there as to what exactly is about to happen. And it's a free for Killeagh. To be taken on the far side of the field, a very acute angle, 40 yards out, Mixer Maloney. He falls as he lifts the ball, pulled first time down by Johnny Vaughan, but back goes John O'Keefe, and John O'Keefe racing out, sends a long clearance into the centre of the field where it comes to David Barry. David Barry taps it out, but he's been tackled by Dickie Welch. Out was Jack Barry. And Dick Welch gets it in to Castlemartyr and the attack again. Pat Scanlon pulling hard, Noel Tracy pulling harder, but the ball goes back. And the centre fielder comes in again, and now Dominic Barry in the far corner has the ball. Dick Ducey racing with him. Dick Ducey still racing with him. Dick Ducey taps the ball out to Sean Tracy, who pulls first time, fails to connect, and the ball comes right across the square again. James Maloney racing out this far wing for it. James Maloney has the ball in his stick. He turns left and sends a long one out into the centre of the field where Pat Lynch is playing. And Pat Lynch now, he bends, lifts the strike, and he's got the ball in front of him. He's racing away. He's gone 5, 10, 15 yards, and he boots the ball into the centre. John O'Keefe gets it, but he's tackled by Tom Power. Big man Tom Power. Tom Power's racing right through, and he shoots high, and he sends the ball wide. 13 minutes of play. Tom Power just sent that one inches wide. Puck out taken by Massey Guard. Drops down beyond the centre field position. Noel Ryan and John Power tussling for it. John Power gets the ball in his stick and shoots a left-handed one into the centre where it comes to Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy pulls hard and sends it right into it where Pat Power and Jim Dowling are thrusting hard for it. It's a free out for Castlemartyr. Taking this free for Castlemartyr again is Massey Guard. 20 yards from their own goals. Bends, lifts, strikes, sends a long one, landing down in the centre forward position. But up they go for it, and Tom Barry goes harder than anybody and taps the ball out. But tapping it in again is Noel Ryan. And Noel Ryan into the far corner. Racing out is James Maloney and Liam Dowling. James Maloney is whistled up, and it's a free in for Castlemartyr. Far side of the field, about 20 yards from the sideline. 21-yard free for Castlemartyr. 14 minutes of play gone. The score, Killeagh 3 points, Castlemartyr no score. A low-scoring game, tough, tense, and at times brilliant. And the free is taken by Val Dowling, and Val Dowling taps the free over the bar to leave the score after almost 15 minutes of play. Killeagh 3 points, Castlemartyr 1. Puck out from James Maloney, comes beyond the centre of the field. And pulling there is John Vaughan. John Vaughan gets it up a little bit, but pulling out is is Jerry Sullivan. Jerry Sullivan gets it down to Noel Ryan. Sorry, that was not Noel Ryan. That was hot ball there. Hot ball between Tom Power and Tom Power. It was Noel Ryan. Tom Power and Noel Ryan. From the hot ball, the ball goes out again over the sideline, and this time it's the sideline for Castlemartyr to be taken by Mick Mahoney. No, Mick Mahoney has decided not to take it. It's been taken instead by Ger Sullivan, left-handed one. Right across, but racing there is Pat Barry. Fails to come into his hand. He gets it across over to Tom Power, and Tom Power's got the ball in his stick. He sends it into the centre. Noel Tracy puts down his hand. It goes through his hand. It goes right through to Mixer. And Mixer pulls first time. Oh, and the ball goes into the far corner. Racing back there is Donny Creed. Donny Creed taps the ball out. Out to Ger Sullivan, and Ger Sullivan sits it out into the centre of the field. We're racing for his Jackie Barry. Jackie Barry's been tackled by two men, and he's been beaten there by Mick Mahoney, who sends Castlemartyr tackling right into the square. First time out there by Noel Tracy, who gets it out, but in it goes again. Oh, and a beautiful save there by Tom Vaughan in the goal. It was going right for the corner of the flag, and Tom Vaughan taps it out for a 70. So it's a 70 for Castlemartyr. To be taken by John O'Keefe. As they're all in around the house, he lifts the short one, dropping right down into the square, the clash of the ash. And out comes the ball, and racing out for this Pat Barry. Pat Barry is red here, pulls first time on the ground and hits it out in the central field, but racing out there also is Dick Welch for Castlemartyr. Dick Welch gets it back in. But who does it go to but Jack Barry? And Jack Barry now, his shot is blocked down the last minute. It comes into Dominic Barry. Dominic Barry pulls first time, but his pull is blocked down by Tom Barry. And Tom Barry up in his hand and sends it away down the field. Tom Vaughan pulls high and gets the ball right across to Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch now is pulling first time, gets it in, and it goes right into Jim Dowling, who taps it out. And Jim Dowling's shot is blocked down by Noel Tracy, who's racing through. But Jim Dowling comes out and pulls first time again, but racing across his Paddy Power. He picks the ball up. He's surrounded by two Castlemartyr men. Yes, and he's fouled by those Castlemartyr men, and it's a free in for Killeagh. About 21 yards out. Mixer Maloney taking it. He angled a little high. He lifts, strikes, and high. Yes, it's over the bar here. It's over the bar. Over the bar, up goes the flag. Yes, it's over the bar for a point for Killeagh to leave the score 4 points to 1 after almost 18 minutes of play in the first half. The win not really favouring anybody. If anything, it may be very slightly in favour of Castlemartyr. Puck out from Massigar's centre of the field. Pulling is Dominic Barry, but Tom Barry pulls harder and doubled on first time by Johnny Vaughan, who gets it in to Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch racing right across, but Massigar comes out and clears first time, but his clearance is blocked down by Pat Barry, and Pat Barry racing up into the attack, gets the ball into number 15, Pat Lynch, who sends high. Oh, it's blocked down by the goalie. Blocked down by the goalie. There's a great shamazzle in around the house. The ball has come out to Massigar. Massigar is racing away. He's gone 20 yards down the field with the ball in his stick. He's been tackled, but he's still got the ball, and he clears it into the centre of the field. We're racing for it is Noel Ryan. But Noel Ryan gets it across the centre, but who is there but Tom Barry, who once again clears it away up the field. Right on Johnny Vaughan. John Vaughan. Yes, John Vaughan is he's still with the ball. He's been tackled by his man and he's been beaten by his man, but the clearance is not a very hectic one. It goes to Tom Power, pulls first time. He shot back down by McCarthy. McCarthy now tries to rise it. He does rise it and he sends it in. Who's it go to with John Power? John Power all alone. Sends a high one. Sends Killeagh attacking once more. The drop of the ball, under the drop of the ball is Donny Creed for Castlemartyr, who gets it out, but it goes to Mixer Maloney. Mixer fails to get it up. He sends it to Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy doesn't get it either. It's cleared by Pat Barry of Castlemartyr. And following up the clearance is John O'Keefe, who sends Castlemartyr attacking right down. Liam Dowling has the ball. Oh, he drops out of his hand. He's gone after. No, it's Val Dowling. He's got the ball. He shoots high. He sends it right across the square, and it's wide for Castlemartyr and Val Dowling. James Maloney takes the puck out. Lobs down beyond the centre of the field. Noel Tracy under the drop of the ball. He's still under the drop of the ball. He's tapping it along in front of it with his rears. To Mr. Maloney's hand. He shoots high, hard. It's over the bar. Victor Maloney over the bar for a point for Killeagh. A point for Killeagh to lead the score. 5 points to 1 after 20 minutes of play. A beautiful point there taken by Mixer Maloney. The view is not obstructed as we hear on top of a car. As the puck out comes again beyond the centre of the field. Racing out here is Tom Power. Cuts it in the ground. Sends it away in. Pat Lynch has the ball. He beats his man. He's gone racing through. On the ball in the ground, he's still racing through. He's gone right across to the far side. Jim Dowling comes out and chips him up. Yes, it's a free in for Killeagh. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's a free out. Something I didn't see, but my correlations here said that Paddy Power did some kind of a foul. Now it's Massigar taking the free, a long one. Pulled on first time by John O'Keefe, by Dick Welch, but Dick Welch doesn't get it, and it comes back to Pat Barry. Pat Barry racing, but he leaves the ball behind him, and finally in is Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy pulls and sends it out to Mixer Maloney. Mixer has the ball in his hand. Oh, he goes past Pat Barry, and he sends a high one. It's lobbing right down into the square. Oh, but it's lobbing down a little too far, and it's gone wide. A wide for Killeagh there. As Mixer Maloney made a great run on the far side, he ducked past Pat Barry of Castlemartyr, sent in a high shot under pressure, but it went 4 yards to the right of the post. Puck out from Massey Guard again. 80 yards down, Pat Barry puts up his hand. He's still on the ball. He's being tackled by 2 men, but he's still on the ball. Now Pat Barry's... Oh, he goes flying. The ball was going for the sideline, and Pat Barry went screaming across the ground, trying to save it from going over, but over it did, and it's a sideline puck for Castlemartyr to be taken by Eddie O'Riordan. Eddie O'Riordan cuts in. But racing back is Tom Barry, and Tom Barry picks it and hits it in one movement and sends it up to Johnny Vaughan. Johnny Vaughan has the ball in his hand, but he hasn't it in his hand anymore as his man Sullivan is racing away with it. Sullivan is still racing. He's sending Castlemartyr on the attack. Tom Power is there, and John Power is there, and John pulls first time and sends the ball out to Jackie Barry, and Jackie Barry sends it out further. But getting his hand to the ball is Mick O'Mahony. Mick O'Mahony is tackled, but he gets his shot in. The 2 Barrys, John and Pat, John and Tom. John gets it and races it up and sends it up to Donny O'Keefe. Or to John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe's shot is blocked down by Noel Tracy. But Noel Tracy's shot again goes back to John O'Keefe, who sends it in. Sean Tracy gets it and sends Killeagh on the attack. Paddy Power pulling hard. The ball has gone into Donny O'Keefe, and Donny Creed sends it out into the centre of the field, where it's pulled on first time by Dick Welch. Dick Welch is Castlemartyr attacking, is down the far corner. Castlemartyr attacking, number 15 for Castlemartyr, sends it right across the square. Dominic Barry pulls first time, sends it a low hard one, and it's pulled on first time by Val Dowling, but Val Dowling sends the shot inches wide at the far side of the post to leave the score still. Killeagh 5 points, Castlemartyr 1 point after 23 minutes of play in the first half. Puck out again is pulled on first time by Mick Mahoney. Liam Dowling has come out in centre forward position. Val Dowling is beaten though. It goes back again to Mick Mahoney. Mick Mahoney pulling hard again. Goes right into the square. Liam Dowling has the ball. He's pushed off for it, and coming out is Tom Vaughan. Tom Vaughan clears out to the far side where Pat Barry is on the ball. Pat Barry gets the ball to Jackie Barry, but Jackie Barry is beaten by Big Manny. He sends right across the square. In the square. Liam Dowling pulled hard there, but it seems to be... There's a great dispute down here around the goal. What happened to the ball? Stuck in the net. The ball seems to be stuck in the net. And the flag has gone up. This is a goal for Castlemartyr. It's a goal by Dowling. As the ball is recovered from the roof of the net. James Maloney now to take the puck out after 24 minutes of play with the score. Killeagh 5 points, Castlemartyr 1-1. James Maloney puck out, comes away up the field. Pulling first time is John O'Keefe, who gets it down to the centre of the field. And racing out there on the far side is Eddie O'Riordan. Eddie O'Riordan is still going through. He's blocked down, but he gets his shot, a little one. In a little bit, racing back for his Tom Barry. Tom Barry's been tackled by two Castlemartyr men, and one of them gets it and sends a high one. It goes right down, blocked by Liam Dowling. Oh, Liam Dowling still on the ball. Oh, James Maloney tackles him. Vaughan pulls and sends it out for... No, Dick Ducey was on Liam Dowling there. The ball is cleared out by Tom Vaughan, the goalie, for a 70 for Castlemartyr. After 25 minutes of play, a 70 for Castlemartyr in this tense game that's very tense there around the Killeagh house at the moment. Liam Dowling saved that ball from going wide. He tipped it back. It came back to him again. Before he had time to shoot, he was completely bottled up by James Maloney and goalie Tom Vaughan. Tom Vaughan tipped it out for a 70, and now it's a 70 for Castlemartyr. To be taken by John O'Keefe. Bends, lifts, strikes. Long one. Dropping. Wow! Oh, it's blocked out. No, it's gone wide. It was blocked back by one of the forwards, but the umpire has waved it wide. A wide for Castlemartyr.
Get off the field now.
James Maloney again prepares to take the puck out. Centre of the field. Racing up there is Dick Welch, and Dick Welch put his hand up and got the ball and goes in between Tom Barry and it's Noel Ryan who's on him. Tom Barry has been tackled hard over there. There's Castlemartyr making an all-out effort here, but the ball comes right across. John Power gets it. He ducks underneath a Hurley and sends a long one right to the centre of the field. Up goes the hand again. It's the hand of Dick Welch. But this time, oh yes, he gets clear again. He gets clear from 3 Killeagh men and sends the ball back down again. And pulling first time is Sean Tracy. Sean Tracy gets it back up where it's added to by Pat Barry. Tom Power gets it, lifts it, and sends a long one. Killeagh attacking race now is Jim Dowling taps it. John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe shot is blocked down by Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy passes. He's passed a couple of men. He's gone right through. The ball has come right across to the centre. It goes back to Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy still on the ball on the far side. He cuts it. He fails to cut it very far. His man gets the better of it and goes out to Pat Barry. And Pat Barry of Castlemartyr sends it down to the centre of the field. Where racing back for it is Pat Barry of Killeagh. And Pat Barry from Killeagh hits it into the centre, where Mick O'Mahony has got the ball up on his stick. He tries to shoot, but it doesn't go very far. But Dick Welch pulls first time and gets it way down. But Tom Barry bats it down, and batting it down to John Power. And John Power has been tackled. He's got the ball. He pulls hard. His man loses his Hurley. He pulls again, and this time he gets the ball up on his stick and he sends a long one into the centre of the field. Hard pulling there. Hard pulling as there's a free to Castlemartyr. John O'Keefe to take it. 70 yards from their own goals. John O'Keefe takes it. It's a long one. Dropping down. Noel Tracy goes in over his head. Here comes Liam Dowling. Liam Dowling is beaten by James Maloney, who sends it out. And racing out on the far side is Dick Welch for Castlemartyr. He's been tackled by Pat Barry, but Dick Welch gets his shot in. It's high, and it's gone wide. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Puck out from James Maloney.
Come on, Killeagh!
Comes to John Vaughan. John Vaughan tips it in front of him. Hard pulling, but the ball doesn't go anywhere. Oh, and shoulder to shoulder there go Mick O'Mahony and Noel Tracy. But Noel Tracy taps the ball out over the sideline, so it's a sideline for Castlemartyr. 50 yards from their own goal line. Taking the sideline again is young Sullivan. Jar Sullivan for Castlemartyr cuts in a left one. Sends it into the centre of the field. Pat Barry puts down his hand, doesn't come into his hand though. He pulls again, doesn't get very far. It comes back again to his man Eddie Reardon. Eddie Reardon pulls. Noel Ryan pulls. But racing out is John Power. And John Power pulls. John Power gets the short one up to Mixer Maloney, but it goes past Mixer. And now Dick Welch is racing back again. Dick Welch has the ball now in his hand. He fails to hit it as Mixer Maloney blocks him down. But Mixer's being tackled by 2 men, but Mixer gets through them. His Mixer's on the ground, but the ball is still in play. And now it's Pat Barry tapping the ball back to John O'Keefe. And John O'Keefe is being tackled. Fails to get in a very strong shot, but he gets in a little sharp. It comes to John Power, and John Power pulls first time, very short one. Back it comes to Eddie Reardon. Castlemartyr. Eddie Reardon pulls hard, but he's beaten harder by Tom Power, who sends Killeagh attacking in the far wing. Where racing across there is Pat Lynch, and the far side got the ball in his Hurley. He sends a long one right down to the square, goes right across the square, and wide at this side of the field, wide left of the post. Pat Lynch raced right across the field to get that ball, From an acute angle, he sent a shot which went right across the square, too high for everybody and wide. Puck out for, as we near half-time. Pulling first time is Diggermany. And racing across the square is Sean Tracy. Sean Tracy pulls first time and gets it out this side of the field. John Power is racing after Mick Mahoney of Castlemartyr. John Power fouls Mick Mahoney, so it's a free for Liam Dowling and Castlemartyr. No, it's Val Dowling is taking it 40 yards out on this side of the field. Straight is lobbing. Oh, and Tom Vaughan tips it. It's a goal. A goal. Val Dowling. A goal for Castlemartyr. As we near half-time with the score, Castlemartyr 2-1, Killeagh 5 points. And there goes the whistle for half-time. Half-time. So at half-time, Welsh number 9. Half-forward line, Noel Ryan, Dominic Barry and Eddie Reardon. Full-forward line, Val Dowling, Liam Dowling and Pat Scanlon. So, as the rain comes belting down here at half-time, a thundercloud, it's really belting down as both teams have left the field. Referee is already tooting on his whistle to get them started, but I'm afraid we'll just have to wait until the rain stops.
And if you turn over the tape now, you will have the second half of that epic game in Midleton in 1967. So just turn over the tape now and just where it is.
Well, the second half is about to begin. The rain is still lashing down here. Davy Barry is back on the Killeagh team. Killeagh have also got to get a new set of jerseys. And gone off again is Johnny Vaughan. Referee checking his time as the rain comes down here, lashing down. And in it goes, and the second half is on. First to break away are Castlemartyr. Mick Mahoney loses his stick, but he gets the ball into... gets the ball into Noel Ryan. Noel Ryan is beaten, comes back to John Power. John Power sends it away down the field. A race over is Massey Gard. Massey Gard breasts the ball down. Is tackled by Ben Landers, and it's a free for Castlemartyr. A free for Castlemartyr. Still in the first minute of play in the second half. Free being taken by Massey Gard. The rain still comes down. Massey Gard bends. Sends Killeagh attacking. Drops right down to the square. Oh, the flash of the ash. Pulling first time there is Pat Barry. Pat Barry gets the ball out to the centre of the field, but racing back there is Dick Welsh, and Dick Welsh gets it in again. But Davy Barry, with a bandage around his head, gets the ball out to the centre of the field. Mixer Maloney taps it back to Jackie Barry, but the pass isn't as well intentioned as it might have been, and it goes astray and it goes right into the corner. But pulling first time is Pat Barry. Pat Barry gets it out to Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy with a cap on him now and gets the ball up into the centre of the field. And now it's another free, a free for Castlemartyr once again. Free for Castlemartyr taken by John O'Keefe. He sends it right in. Pulling first time is number 15. Castlemartyr gets across. Liam Dowling has it. He sends it right across the square. Dominic Barry pulls, goes in the mud. The mud, and Tom Vaughan clears it out. Comes racing out after it. Racing out there with him is another Killeagh man. Then gets the ball out to...
Get it out!
Gets the ball out there to... Can't see with me glasses. They're all wet. Tom Barry. Tom Barry is... tackled. The ball goes loose, and getting it is Val Dowling. And Val Dowling sends it wide. The first wide for Castlemartyr in the second half after 2 minutes of play. Lads. Puck out comes out again. Castlemartyr again, the attacking. They send it right into the corner, the far corner. Pulling hard there is James Maloney. Sean Tracy has the ball in his hand. He tries to come out with it. His way is blocked, and it's a free out for Killeagh. A free out from Killeagh from their own parallelogram. The free is missed, and it comes to Liam Dowling. Liam Dowling turns. Oh, and Johnny Vaughan blocks it down with Val Dowling right in the square. Dick Ducey comes out. He lifts the ball. He's still got the ball. He's racing out this side with it. He taps it out to Pat Barry. Pat Barry racing harder as Dick Welch, and Dick Welch gets right across. Oh, and pulling first time is Val Dowling. He shoots. A Hurley is thrown. Hurley is thrown. And it's a 70. A 70 for Castlemartyr. Castlemartyr doing all the attacking in the early stages of the second half. Rain still coming down.
Come on, Killeagh!
Goes right in.
Put on the board!
I see Pat Barry taps it out, or Tom Barry Killeagh taps it out. It goes right across again. Pulling hard is Noel Ryan. Goes right into the corner. There's a great shemazzle in there, and the ball goes wide as Val Dowling falls to the ground. Puck out again by James Maloney. A long one, 80 yards up. The trash of the ash. In it goes from Pat Lynch. Jim Dowling. Oh, Paddy Power has the ball at his feet. He sends it right across to Mixer Maloney. Mixer taps it back again, but intercepting the pass is number 5 for Castlemartyr, Gerard Sullivan, who races up the field. He's gone up to the centre of the field with it before he hits it into the middle, and pulling first time is John Power and Dominic Barry. Dominic Barry, the ball comes right across to this side of the field, and racing out is Pat Barry. Pat Barry is still on it. He pulls on the ground and sends it into Pat Barry of Castlemartyr. Pat Barry of Castlemartyr all on his own. He fails to get the ball up, but he still has time enough to pick it 3 times and send it Castlemartyr attacking. Tom Barry turns, lefts, and hits it out into the centre of the field. Racing there is Davy Barry. Davy has the ball in his hand, bandage in his head. Ball doesn't go very far. He's still tussling there with it. 2 Castlemartyr men. Mick Mahoney falls to the ground. He's stripped. It's a free for Castlemartyr from 70 yards from the Killeagh goal. The rain now coming down in buckets. Taking this free for Castlemartyr is Val Dowling. Doesn't lift it very well, but sends it right down into the kitchen. It goes wide. Wide for Castlemartyr. 5 minutes of play gone in the second half. No score still in the second half. 2 goals and 1 point to 5 points in favour of Castlemartyr. A long puck out from James Maloney. Dropped down into the centre forward position. Pat Barry of Castlemartyr has the ball. He taps it out, but tapping it off his toes. Mixer Maloney has gone racing right across the field. Tom Power pulls hard. The ball now comes to Noel Tracy. He pulls in the ground, sends it right into the square. And if Paddy Power has it, he has it in front of him. There's 2 Castlemartyr men on him. Paddy Power's on the ground. But Massey Guard has the ball, and Massey Guard has come right through a forest of hurleys to clear the ball out into the centre forward, into the centre position, where it's added to by John O'Keefe. But John Power comes, gets it, he tries to boot it, but the ball is much too greasy for any kind of messing at the moment. As Jack Barry now gets the ball, he sends it. A low one again. John Power doubles on and sends it hard. Yes, it's gone over the bar from John Power, from surely 60 yards out. A brilliant point. 60 yards out, it kept dropping out till it dropped over the bar. So after 6 minutes of play in the second half, Killeagh have opened the scoring, and the score now is Castlemartyr ahead by 2 goals and 1 point to Killeagh for 6 points. And the rain is really teeming. You can hardly see the players now. And I can't anyway with my glasses. Puck out again, a good one in the rain. Clash of the ash in the centre of the field. Ball goes loose. Breaking after it was Tom Barry. Tom Barry sends it into the square. It's gone right down to the square, and pulling first time is Massey Guard, and he sends it out for a 70. A 70 for Killeagh. A very fast attack there, started by Tom Barry. It was doubled on the half-forward line by somebody. It went right in, and Mossigar was very thankful to tap it out over the end line for the 70 for Killeagh. The 70 being taken by Noel Tracy, who's come out, or Sean Tracy, who's come out from the cornerback position. Sends it a long one, dropping right down and stop right over the bar for Sean Tracy. A beautiful point there. After 7.25 minutes play of the second half, Killeagh have now got back into the game. It's level scoring, 2 goals and 1 point to Killeagh 7 points. The rain is still lashing down here. Puck out being taken by Massey Guard. The rain seems to be slightly favouring Killeagh. Ball drops to the centre of the field. It comes to Pat Barry, he puts up his hand. Gets it. Sends Killeagh attacking once again. Racing across the field to Castlemartyr man. He gets it. He's been tackled by Jackie Barry without his hurley. Tom Power has the ball in his stick. He turns, sends a high one, dropping right down into the square, racing over, but it's Jim Dowling. He leaves the ball behind him. And now it's Pat Lynch on the ground, but getting his puck in. Ben Landers pulling hard, Jim Dowling pulling hard, they're getting the ball out a little. And now Davy Barry is beaten by John O'Keefe. Ball comes out into the centre of the field. The ball is on John Power, a high one, dropping wide. John Power there from 65 yards out sent that one dropping wide. In teeming rain. As I say, Castlemartyr's playing slightly against the rain. This game could go anyway. A skidded ball is all that's between the teams. Very evenly matched. And puck out from Massey Guard. Centre of the field. Up they go for it. Ball breaks loose. Tom Barry pulling hard, falls, gets the ball to Pat Barry. Pat Barry for Killeagh, sends it down to his namesake in the Castlemartyr team, who gets it back up again, but Pat Barry of Killeagh is still racing for it. Coming in is all Pat Barry's, nothing but Pat Barry's around here as Tom Power grabs the ball in his hand and sends Killeagh attacking. Right down, Bernardes has it. The ball falls from his grasp. There's a great clash going on. John O'Keefe back there for Castlemartyr has got the ball in his hand. He's racing out with it. He's been tackled on several sides, but he's still got the ball. He boots the ball right across the field. Racing in is Mick O'Mahony from Castlemartyr. Pulls, doesn't get it very far, and John Power has the ball. He's racing right through. It's hard. Along with right down into the square, pulling out is Jim Dowling. Tony Creed gets it, adds to the clearance. And he's cleared it out over the side. No, it's not gone out over the side. And Dominic Barry saves it going over the side and sends it into the centre. Tom Barry picks the ball up, turns it, sends a long one right down into the square. They're blacks and forwards, they're pulling, they're pushing, they're rooting. The referee has blown his whistle. He's blown his whistle. And he's blown his whistle. And it's a free out for Castlemartyr. 15 yards from the goal line. Massey Guard to take it. And what a muddy goal line that is. Gets a good shot. Ball breaks loose. And Castlemartyr attack. Dick Drucy pulls. His man pulls. Pat Barry gets the ball. First times it out. Dick Welch for Castlemartyr tries to rise it. Not a very profitable game in this day and age. He's tackled by Noel Tracy. And Noel Tracy is adjudged to have fouled him. So it's a free for Castlemartyr, 60 yards. This side of the field, 60-yard free. Slightly to this side of the field. 11 minutes gone in the second half. And the scores are level pegging. Castlemartyr 2-1, Killeagh 7 points. Dick Welch takes this free for Castlemartyr. He's straight. No, but it veers wide at the last minute. Veers wide and goes left of the post. So the score still stands the same. level pegging. After 1 hour of play the first day, 1 hour and 11 and a half minutes, 1 hour and 41 and a half minutes of play. They're still level. James Maloney has the ball in his hand. He's about to take the puck out. A great one. Drops down to his brother. His brother has it in his hand. Mixer sends it high. It's dropping, and it's dropping just barely wide. Just barely wide. Excitement runs high. Tension mounting as the rain has stopped. Centre of the field. Breaking it down there is John Power, who's playing a good game out there, and he sends the ball right into it. Jim Dowling gets it out with one hand. Mixer Maloney puts out his hand. He's been tackled from behind, and it looks like a free to Killeagh. A free to Killeagh. 45 yards out. A free to Killeagh. This side of the field, Mixer Maloney rubbing the Hurling on his jersey. Lifts. Fears wise, veering. It's blocked down by Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch is saving it. It comes back to the square. Castlemartyr backs to hoosing it out. Pulling first time. Goes inches wide. Inches wide there from Paddy Power. Inches wide. Inches wide as there's some hot words being said there around that square. Some hot words being said. Referee is pointing his finger. He's trying to keep the crowd away from the side of the goals. Mentors both sides, both mentors are certainly very agitated. After 13 and a half minutes of play. Referee is clearing the mentors from both sides of the goal post. Castlemartyr goal under severe pressure there. Tormentors. Massey Gard. Cap back to front. Pucks out. Drops in the centre of the field. The rain now has stopped. Davy Barry pulling first time, breasts the ball down. He's still after it. And he gets the ball into to his brother Jackie. Jackie pulls it in further. It comes down to Pat Lynch. Passes the ball. He's turned. He's still got the ball. He hand passes the ball in. But the hand pass is broken up by Dick Welch of Castlemartyr. All is Tuttle pulling over there on the far side. They're all pulling up. Where's the ball? The ball is going nowhere. Racing in is Jackie Barry. And Jackie Barry sends it right across the square. Paddy Power has the ball. He taps it into Ben Landis. But Pat Barry of Castlemartyr clears it out into the centre of the field. And Davy Barry racing across. There's two Castlemartyr men on him. But Pat Barry of Killeagh comes in to help him. Pat Barry is racing right across the field with the ball. He taps it a little bit. But Dominic Barry of Castlemartyr taps it again. But Pat Barry again gets it into his hand. And Killeagh attacking once more. It's gone right down to the square. Ben Landis breasts the ball out. And it comes to Tom Power. Tom Power puts it back to Mixer. Mixer is tackled hard. He's going through. He's still going through. There's hurley thrown him. There's everything thrown him. But he's still going through and he gets the ball in. But it's cleared out. And John O'Keefe adds to the clearance and sends Castlemartyr attacking. Tom Barry with his mouth open gets the ball back up again. Dominic Barry pulls first time in the ground and gets it up to the far corner. Val Dowling pulls, gets it right across. James Maloney has the ball in his hand. He's racing out. He clears it and he sends it down 20 yards. Val Dowling gets it back in again, but Tom Barry is there to tap it out once more. This is hectic stuff. Excitement runs high. I see John Power over to the far side, getting out after that clearance and sending it way down into the centre. Pat Barry of Castlemartyr, Mixer Maloney of Killeagh, both of them racing for it. Pat Barry gets the better of it and sends it out a little bit. It's only a little bit. It's very hard to hit this ball now in the mud. Noel Tracy with his cap gets it into Mixer Maloney. Mixer has left Pat Barry behind him on the ground as he sends a long one dropping right down. It's dropped inches wide at the far post. 14 minutes of play, 14 minutes to go. The rain has gone. And the excitement is intense. Dennis Barry goes in, maybe he makes some change, I don't know. Richard Kennedy here on the sideline, Dano, with the towel around him, with his coat around his neck. What an excited man he must be as the ball comes out into the front of the field. And getting it is Pat Lynch, and Pat Lynch is a long one, dropping right down into the square, dropping. The goalie has it. He has it in his hand. He's come racing out this side of the field. And he's raced out. He's well worthwhile as he clears the ball way down to the centre. Racing forward again is Tom Barry. Tom Barry's attempted pass is blocked down. It comes to John Power. John Power, first time. And the clash of the ashes comes round the far corner. Racing out here is Tom Power. He's all on his own. He fumbles it, and his man gets back and takes the clearance. He has the ball in his hand, John O'Keefe. It's the ball in his hand, but his shot is blocked down, half blocked down by Noel Tracy, but still John O'Keefe gets his clearance in and sends it away up. But filling first time is Tom Barry, who gets it to John Power. John Power is still on it. He's surrounded by Castlemartyr, and Tom Barry pulls hard. And getting back there is Noel Tracy, Sean Tracy. And Sean Tracy gets right up to Jackie Barry. And Jackie has it in his hand. He turns, he left, he's in right down into the square. They're racing in. The goalie has it. He's come racing out. And he's got the ball well out. He's racing out for it, and he sends the ball away up the field. Castlemartyr goalie made a great save that time. A lot of things happening here. And there's a free for Castlemartyr centre of the field, but there's a lot of things happening in the other goals. John Clifford is in the game. John Clifford is in the game for Killeagh. I don't know yet who's gone off, but John Clifford is in. A free for Castlemartyr. John O'Keefe to take it. 70 yards out. Doesn't rise it too well. Low. Pat. The clash of the ash is in there. It comes to Pat Barry. He has it in his hand. He can't clear it. It comes to Davy Barry. Davy has the bandage in his head. He's racing away. He's clapping the ball in front of him. He's still got it. Or coming in to help is Noel Trace. Noel Trace is into the middle, but who does it go to? But John O'Keefe and Castlemartyr. John O'Keefe has all the time in the world. He sends a long one. He's dropping. Oh, it's gone. Inches wide. Inches wide. Eleven and a half minutes to go, and still they're level. This puck out now from James Maloney. Drops down the centre of the field as a sub on for Castlemartyr, number 16. But he doesn't get the ball as John Power gets. And John sends Killeagh attacking right down into the kitchen. The backs of Powers are pulling. And it's a free for Killeagh. It's a free for Killeagh. Free for Killeagh. 21 yard free as Killeagh. Killeagh move up the field. "11 minutes to go. Will the rain hold off? Will this match end? What excitement. The backsliding the goals. Straight in front of the goals. Who's taking this 14-yard free? Ref is putting everybody back. Tom Power is taking it. Bensley strikes. And he taps it over the bar. Yes, it's over the bar. To make Killeagh ahead by 1 point. 10 minutes to go. 10 heartbreaking minutes. What excitement. What thrills. John Clifford is on in the full forward line. I don't know who's gone off. It looks as if Paddy Power has gone off. As Paddy Power has gone off the Killeagh team. And replacing him at full forward is John Clifford. That last shot by Tom. Went out of the field. We're awaiting the return of a new ball. Dennis Barry here in the line, very anxious. Dano is certainly very anxious. He's leaning on his hurley here, Dano. The man who down through the years has kept with the club. Will today be his day of glory? The one selected on the sideline, he's urging his players on. Everybody is urging them on. Both sides. Puck out comes way out. Racing for his Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy, he pulls hard. Stalemate, the ball is lying on the ground. But it comes back to Tom Barry, and Tom lifts and cleans and sends it straight down to Mixer. He's on his own. He's got nobody near it. Pat Barry now is very near it. But Mixer turns over. The shot is blocked down by Pat Barry. Pat Barry and Mixer still on it. Mixer is trying to rise it again. He's got it again. He's tackled from behind. He's fouled from behind. And it's a free. Another free to Killeagh. 21 yards out on the sideline. 21 yards out. What excitement. 8.5 minutes to go. We'll never stand the strain. Shouting the cheering as Mixer prepares to take this free. The ref again is putting everybody back off from the goalpost. The rain is inclined to come once more. What matter? What matters rain this day? We won't talk for days. But what about it? Mixer pens, lifts, it's dropping, oh, it's dropped wide. Dropped just wide. Wide. A wide for Killeagh.
Come on, Killeagh, keep it up.
8 minutes to go. The final 8 minutes, and Killeagh ahead by 8 points, 2 goals to 1. The puck out comes out again. Killeagh are very much on top at the moment if they can only register on this. The ball comes across the centre. Jackie Barry pulls first time. But Castlemartyr gets it again, but still it goes back to Tom Barry. Tom Barry boots it. He boots it surely 30 yards up the field. Pulling first time is Jackie Barry, straight in the air. But his pull clearance goes to Castlemartyr man who sends his Killeagh attacking, but out comes Sean Tracy, who's playing a great game there on the corner as he comes out and sends the ball to Pat Lynch out in the centre, sends it way down to the corner. Racing out is Tom Power and Donny Creed. Tom Power has the ball in his hand. He turns, he sends a lovely one. It's dropping right down to the square. Backs and forwards. Ben Landis pulls. He doesn't make connect. Matthew Gard picks up and sends clear. Out into the centre of the field again. Oh, they're all pulling. But Castlemartyr man pulls and gets it up. And pulling clearing first time is Sean Tracy. Out into the centre field, Dick Welch on it for Castlemartyr, clears it up a bit. Comes again to Dick Ducey. Dick Ducey straight in the air, cleared it off as the ball came into him. It comes to John Power, he has the ball in his hand, he too boots it out. And racing for it is Pat Barry, and it's up for Castlemartyr, number 17. It goes to Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch hits it. It comes to Jackie Barry. Jackie Barry has the ball in his hand. He sends a long one. It's dropping right down into the square. The backs and forwards are on it. John Tifford is on it. Oh, and Mixer Maloney pulls hard. Oh, what a wide. Oh, a screaming shot. A screaming shot from Mixer Maloney. Just went inches wide. Oh, what a shot. Goal written all over it. 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes of heartbreak. Killeagh still 1 point ahead. Once more the ball is lost. No, there's... Oh, Paul Hartnett has come in for Castlemartyr. There's subs all over the place, but we'll continue to play. Ball comes out into the central field. Pat Barry has it in his hand. Oh, a beautiful stroke right into the centre. Pressed down by Castlemartyr man. Tom Power gets it back to Mixer. Mixer has the ball in his hand. He shoots. He sends it high, and wide. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. The heartbreak. I see Paddy Power there on the side and he's smoking a fag. Who wouldn't smoke at this moment? Ball comes down to the centre of the field. Getting it is Mick Mahoney for Castlemartyr. Mick Mahoney falls and it's a free for Castlemartyr. What excitement. John O'Keefe takes this free, centre of the field. Pat Lish stands back from John O'Keefe, takes it, lobs it right down into the centre. The backs and forwards are pulling. But out comes Noel Tracy. And with him is Tom Barry. Tom Barry has the ball on the ground. He taps it further ahead. Noel Tracy gets it very neatly from behind him. Noel Tracy still has the ball. He's racing up the field, tapping it in front of him. Now he's got the ball in his hand. He lifts and he sends a long one, a high one, dropping down into the square. Noel, John Tifford and Jim Dowling. It comes to Tom Power. Tom Power gets it back to John Tifford. Tifford has the ball. His way is blocked by... but it comes to Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch passes the ball to Tom Power. Tom Power has his hand. He shoots. Oh, he's backed out. He shoots again and he sends it wide. He cut it off the ground. His first shot was blocked down and his second shot was cut off the ground. and it goes inches wide. Still 1 point in it. Still 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes of half break. Killeagh ahead by 1 point as Mossy Guard pucks out. The centre of the field. Down it comes. The flash of the ash. Oh, a mighty shot. Oh, the racing away is Mick Manny from Castlemartyr. He's got the ball in his hand. He turns. He tries to hit it, but Pat Barry blocks it down. There is great flashing of ashes. Shoulder to shoulder. Noel Tracy tries to get it up in his stick. Pat Barry does get it up, but he can't control it. The ball comes to Dick Welch of Castlemartyr, but his shot is blocked down. It comes to Pat Barry of Castlemartyr, but his shot is blocked down by Pat Barry of Killeagh. It comes to Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy tries to get it in his hand. He gets it up 10 yards. Noel Tracy still has it. He's passed out the crowd, the melee, as he turns and sends a long one. Dropping right down. Oh, wide. 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 Wide for Killeagh once more. Another wide for Killeagh. Killeagh doing all the attacking. 3 1/4 minutes to go. 3 1/4 minutes to go. Killeagh ahead by 1 point. The puck out, centre of the field. Pat Barry has the ball in his hand. He sends Killeagh attacking once more. Tom Power pulls hard. Gets to the Ben Lennon. Full has it on the ground. He pulls hard. It goes into John. John Shipper pulls hard. Goes right across the goal. He has it. Oh, he fumbles it. But there's nobody there to take advantage. He gets back and he clears it out. And racing for his Castlemartyr man, Donny Creedon, he gets it out. But Noel Tracy is there. Noel Tracy tipping the ball in front of him. He's being tackled, but it doesn't seem to worry him. He turns, he lifts, he gets the ball in his hand, and he says a long one. Dropping. Wide. Wide again for Killeagh. Wide for Killeagh. 2.5 minutes to go. 2.5 minutes to go. Killeagh ahead by 1 point. Can we do it? Can we hold on? Can we hold on? What excitement. Never was an All-Ireland like this. Never such excitement. Never such thrills. Never such thrills. Pat Barry has the Castlemartyr has discarded both boots and socks. Mossy Guard prepares to take the puck out. Takes it. Centre of the field. Who'll get the drop of the ball? That's the question. Pat Barry goes high and Pat Barry gets it. Gets into Jackie Barry. And Jackie Barry sends along and Killeagh attacking once more. Tibbert is at it. Ben Landis is at it. The ball has gone in. Oh, hits the post. The Tibbert are all racing in. The backs are there. There's 4 backs only 2 on. Ben Landis has it. It's a goal. A goal. Ben Landis has scored. Ben Landis has scored. Ben Landis has Ben Landis has scored a goal. It's a goal of 1.5 minutes to go as Mossy Guard kicks out. Oh, the excitement, the thrills, oh, the wonderful shot, the ball goes up the field. Oh, the flash of the ash. Pat Barry he gets it to Noel Tracy. Noel Tracy is whooshed out. Oh, doesn't seem to worry him. It worries no one. They all fall to the ground. But the ball goes racing across and Killeagh attacking once more. Pat Lynch gets the better of the pull, sends Killeagh attacking the goal. He clears it out. But it comes to Pat Lynch again. He has the ball on the far side. It sends it. Oh, wow! It hits the crossbar. Comes right across the side of the field. What excitement! What thrills! Never has there been a game like this. Never such excitement. Never such thrills. There's only half a minute to go. Half a minute as we race over for the presentation. Jackie Barry on the ball. Referee blows his whistle and it's a free for Killeagh. A free for Killeagh. A free for Killeagh. A free for Killeagh. Excitement all right. Killeagh gone mad. Free for Killeagh. Tom Power taking it. Then we're right behind the goal. He sends it high. High. And it drops wide. Oh, but a wide at this stage is as good as a goal. Because a wide means a time is up. 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 In the centre of the field, Pat Lynch has it. I'm on the sideline as the ball drops wide. But a wide is as good as a free. A wide is as good as a wide at this stage is as good as a goal. And Killeagh have won the final whistle. And Killeagh have won. What excitement! The thrills! The excitement! I want to I want to record your few words then. Am I all right? Right, have it all here. It's all in the box. What excitement. Killeagh cheered off the field. Oh, such excitement, such thrills. What a game. What thrills. Never was there a game like this. Oh, in the worst possible guy. I see Richard Kennedy out there. Oh, he's a happy man. He's thrilled. What excitement. Noel Tracy is happy. They're all happy. All Killeagh's happy. Never was there such happiness. Bye-bye, Dano. We're here in the middle of public fighting. Those in here are posterity will recall this event. What excitement. All Killeagh, the green and whites over here. Sean Tracy coming in to receive the cup from the old veteran of East Cork. That's Irish Ben Person. They're trying to get the players in. He's Western All Ireland. We just can't get through. We just can't get through. We'll recall this for posterity. The cameramen are here. The umbrellas are here. We're all here. Killeagh gone mad. Jim Byrne behind with an umbrella. Trying to control things.
Well, gentlemen, it's a great pleasure of mine as a very old member of this organisation, the East Cork Division. And it's grand to see here today winning the final for the first time in their life. And I have great pleasure in congratulating the Killeagh team and put such a grand form between them during the start and the finish of the game. So I have great pleasure now on behalf of the board to congratulate Killeagh and then win another one before we're here again. I'd also like to congratulate the great team that Castlemartyr and the way they played the game, and I see it consequently in the bad conditions and also that they played a fast, good and very clean game. So I had the greatest pleasure I possibly can.
Sean Tracy. The final of 1967 is over. Ben Purcell presented the ball to Captain Sean Tracy. What a game, we have it all, thanks be to God. Every puck, everybody horse, everybody tree. Come on, no, great game. Good luck, Tom, good luck, come on, Tom. Goodbye, Dano. For posterity.
And with those words, we leave the thrills of Midleton on the 15th of October 1967 and return you to the present and the memories of the past.